Good morning, students. Today I am going to start with your statistics new chapter, measures of central tendency or average, you can say. See, in the previous chapters we discussed how the raw data can be organized in terms of tables, charts and the frequency distribution. And we also studied that frequency distributions are graphical representations make raw data more meaningful, right? But sometimes they fail to convey a clear picture for which it is intended. So that is why there is a great need for some single measurement which can be described the main characteristic of the series. So such measures are called measures of central tendency or average, you can say. So they are the various measures of the central tendency can be broadly classified into different categories also, but here we are going to discuss about the positional averages, mean, mode and median. So first I am going to start with the mean only. Mean, this is a very important measure of a central tendency as it satisfies some important mathematical properties. An arithmetic mean is defined as the sum of the values of all observations divided by the number of observations, and it is denoted as a x bar. Now kinds of the arithmetic mean, first is the simple arithmetic mean and second one is the weighted arithmetic mean. So first we will discuss the simple arithmetic mean. Three type of the series which we have already done: individual series, discrete series and continuous series. Now there are three methods to solve the numericals. Three methods you can apply in different series, just like direct method. Direct method formula is mean is equals to summation x upon n. That means the total of all the x values divided by the number of values. And if discrete series in which the frequency will be given to us. So in the discrete series, summation f into x, that means frequency should be multiplied by the x numbers and it will be divided by the total of the frequencies, and the same formula in the continuous series. Shortcut method, in which we have to first of all assume one number from the x series and then we have to divide the whole series, we have to deduct that whole series by the assumed number, so we will get the d or dx. And in the discrete series we have to assume the same number, then accordingly we are going to solve. So how I am going to start this chapter? First of all, individual series questions we are going to solve by all three methods. After that I will start discrete series, and that discrete series we will solve by all three methods. So with these three formulas we are going to use. After that continuous series we will start, and in the continuous series we will solve the numericals by all three methods. So first I am starting with the individual series direct method. Now this is the question in the individual series. In individual series only it is the series in which the items are listed singly. That means no frequencies are given, each item is given as a separate value. So this is your question. Now first of all I am solving this question with the direct method. So the formula of the direct method is summation x equals to mean is equals to summation x upon n. This is our formula. So the total of this x value is equals to summation x, and n means number of items, how many number of items are given to us. So the total of all these numbers is equals to 600. So summation x is 600 upon number of items. N means number of items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it will be divided by 10. So your mean is 60. So in the direct methods, first we have to add all the values of the x, that will be your summation x. Then n stands for number of items, how many items are given to us, that by that number you have to divide. Now the same numerical we will solve by the second method, and the second method is your shortcut method. And for the shortcut method, what is the formula? Mean is equals to a plus dx upon n. Okay, the same question we are going to solve. This is the question which is given to us, but now we are going to solve it with the shortcut method. Now first of all, understand the formula. In the formula, first of all, you need a. A means assume number. Assume number, that means you have to assume any one number from this series, and by that number you have to deduct the whole series. So I am assuming 50, so this 50 is my assume a. Okay, so now I have to calculate dx. A is done. A I have assumed as a 50. Now next step is dx. dx means x minus a. आप इस पूरी x series को now you have to deduct it from 50. That means 85 minus 50, 60 minus 50. In that way we have to deduct. So what values we will get? 35, 10, 0. Then 75 minus 50. 25, 55 minus 50, 5, 40 minus 50, minus 10, 55 minus 50, 5, 70 minus 50, 20, and 45 minus 50, minus 5, and 65 minus 50, 15. Now you have to minus things you please keep aside, and पहले plus वाले values को आप add कर लीजिए, and then you deduct minus 15. So in that way we will get the answer 100. Okay, so your dx value is 100. So this is your summation dx. This one is your a. Now we have to put the values in the formula. A is assumed number is 50. Summation of dx कितना आया है आपका? 100. And number of items are 10. So after solving this, you will get the answer 60. Right? Now the same thing in individual series, the same question I am going to solve with the step deviation method. So this is your question which we have already solved by the direct method or by the shortcut method. So according to your formula, first of all you need a. So a, which we have assumed in the previous question also, 50 is your assumed number. Now first of all we have to calculate dx, then we will convert this dx into dx dash. So now how we can calculate dx? Dx is x minus a, right? So that means all these numbers will be deducted by 50, 85 minus 50, 60 minus 50, 50 minus 50, 70 minus 75 minus 50, in that way. So your value 35, 10, 0, 25, 5, 10, 5, 20, minus 5 and plus 15. Okay, this is your dx. Now this dx, now we have to convert it into dx dash. Now how we will convert this dx dash? That means x minus a जो आपका value आया था, it will be divided by c. That means now you have to find out a one common number from this dx by which this all the numbers can be divided, right? So now if I'll assume 5 as my common factor, this is my common factor, by 5 number I am going to divide these all the numbers. See, with your wish you cannot choose any number, that number should be available in the dx. Now 35 divided by 5, 7, 10 divided by 5, 2, then 0, then 5, 1, 2, 1, 20 divided by 5, 4, minus 1 and plus k 3. In this way, 35 divided by 5, 10 divided by 5, 0, 25 divided by 5, 5 divided by 5, 10 divided by 5, 2, 5 divided by 5, 1, 20 divided by 5, 4, 5 divided by 5, minus 1 and 15 divided by 5 is equals to 3. So now the total of all these values is 20. Only one value we have got, or 10 is also, na? So that is your minus 2. Then we will get the value 20. So now this 20 is your summation dx dash. This is your dx dash. That means this dx will be converted into dx dash by dividing common factor, and this common factor we have to get it, we have to choose from the dx number. That number should be available over here. with your wish you don't search any other common factor. That common factor should be available in the series. So when we divide these numbers by the common factor, we got these values, and the total of all these values is equals to 20. Now we have to put the values in the formula. A, what is A? 50. Summation dx dash 20. Number of items are 10. And what is common factor? Common factor is 5. Right? So the answer is your 60. So that means by solving the same question by 3 methods, direct method, shortcut method and step deviation method, we will get the same answer.